sections.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
So
some.
we won't have much time to ask our questions, so we could limit the number of them.
Okay. Yes. I mean, we can go through the questions through the questions that we are interested on just right now, and then let's say let the public to ask their own questions. If there are no, we can continue making more questions by our own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
sure.
let us begin, my friend.
So when did you get off the ground this startup?
Yeah, I mean, I was working in the shipping industry for 8 years, and then I was a bit tired in the end because it was, I mean, negative environment. The markets are bad since Lehman Brothers broke down.
So less finance to fund this market.
The shipping market in general. I've been working as a shipbroker before for the Rickmers
Yeah.
Brothers, and then I said I want to quit my job, and then I quit my job, and then I wanted to have a job in logistics, and then the idea came up for a platform, and I was thinking how to set it up in an optimized way. How's the structure of the market? Where's the highest chance that a digital platform can gain some ground? And so this is the result. The platform is the result of a feasibility study I did last year.
Okay.
And I quit my job. I was thinking about something new. I did the study, and the result is the platform now. Yeah.
Okay. Is what maybe I will ask this question later in the session, but among your motivations, what were your motivations to fund this startup? Because I've been reading, so on your website there are a lot of convention around green recycling. Was the sustainability one of the core motivation for this project?
Yeah, I mean, the project has a commercial part, but also environmentally aspects, so to say, and I also like it. I like that part as well. So it has two sides basically, commercial part and environmentally aspects, and that was also part of the motivation. The main motivation for myself was to work in a more positive environment. I like ideas. I like a positive, fast-moving environment. I like digital products. So. Yeah, that was my core motivation, and of course, I like if the whole thing is being done in a more environmentally friendly way. I mean, part of this.
So basically, the motivation, like at first, was you didn't like your past work as a broker, right?
Yeah, I was.
And then you said, and you said, okay, I want to do something for the world, something most positive, more positive,
and working on your own and putting off the ground your own projects.
Correct. And I had the idea, and then I remembered one guy who had much money, and I gave them a call, and I asked, please give me some money. I have a project here, and they said yes.
Okay.
So I only called one guy.
And then that was.
So I didn't have the problems for financing and stuff like this. I think this is the more core problem of every startup, how to get money and stuff like this. I didn't have this. So I could...
And you met this guy from your previous work, right?
Yeah, they are more strategic partners.
Okay.
So they know the business. They are from shipping industry.
Yeah. So there was a relationship. He trusted you. So that's why. Okay, pretty interesting. So your primarily uniquely your fundraising was one guy, one investor.
One far, yeah.
Okay.
And then later on, we also took in my old employee, which are also strategic partners. So now I have 2 investors. And now I had 8 investors because I'm merging the project with another project, but that's something.
Okay, the one with Nautilus, yeah?
No, Shipstock.
Shipstock? Okay.
It's not mentioned there. That's also a platform for shipping industry, but for the second-hand market. I mean, like, Immo Scout, maybe you know it, or like, like renting places on the internet for real estate.
Okay. How is traditionally this business of ship selling run? Who are the traditional actors? I've seen there are traditional brokers. How many are they generally? You said it's niche market with only 1,000 sell per year. How many competitors do you have?
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of brokers, like 50 to 60 ship brokers who are focusing on sales transactions, so to say. Everyone can do demolition deals as well because it's very incomplex, very easy deal making.
Okay.
And yeah, of course, I want to disrupt the brokers in that niche segment because the added value of them is quite limited. So yeah.
Okay, so could you explain us like step by step how's the traditional way of? I mean, I am a ship owner.
Yeah.
I want to sell my ship.
Yeah, you're a ship owner. Your ship is 20 years old. Your charter from Hapag-Lloyd is running out. The ship comes free in the Mediterranean, and then you have to take a decision: do I want to sell it or do I want to scrap it? If it's old like that, there are potentially no second-hand buyers available for that old ship, and then you have to demolish it to scrap it, and then yeah, you can go online on the platform. You have a decision support tool where to go, to Turkey, to India, to where the prices are utmost at the moment or highest at the moment. And then you just create an auction. The buyers will get notified. It's a hybrid platform. I am a shipbroker still. I will always follow the whole path of the transaction because not every part of the deal can be digitalized in a smart way. So it's a hybrid. The transaction will be done in an auction. The post fixing after the auction will be done by me or in a classic traditional way.
Okay. Is there any authorities in this process? Like, I mean, if a problem arises or something, who do you go to?
Yeah, all the contracts are based on English law.
Okay.
Arbitration will then be in a British court, but that's hopefully something which will never be part of the whole transaction because it's quite simple. The contracts are standardized, so it's very easy and simple transactions. And the contracts we standardized together with lawyers, so each transaction is based on the same contract. And
okay.
And if I was a traditional shipbroker, he calls me for finding a shipyard. Traditionally, do I have as a traditional shipbroker a partnership with a specific shipyard, and I will tell him go to the shipyard anyway, or will I do a real research job?
Yeah, I mean, that's also very easy because, for example, in Turkey, there are 25 yards and they all can pay almost the same price, you know?
Okay.
Maybe one yard doesn't have a job at the moment because there's no ship in front of them. Maybe they have a lot of cash in their bank, so they can pay $5 more or something like this. But 25 yards, everyone can pay the same. That's why an auction is the easiest way to get the best price. And the price matching is being done on the phone.
And with transparency for the ship seller.
For both sides. Also for the buyer, because in case, the highest price in the end wins.
Okay.
Because, some buyers were calling me. Once I did it for the Rigmas group, they were calling me, okay, another buyer bought the vessel. I could also pay the same price in the end, and there were always personal problems. So it's more transparent for the sellers and the buyers as well.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like an eBay auction. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And of course, it's a very complex product, but it's 85% steel, and the rest is some generators and machinery.
Okay.
Okay.
But very, very simple evaluation. You know, I mean, when you're buying bicycle online or something like this.
Okay.
Maybe you cannot compare. It was very easy to evaluate. It's like a commodity trade.
Okay. So basically, what you offer to your customers is firstly the network and the platform, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And assistance if they need that help.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So network, platform, and assistance. Could you describe more profoundly your platform? Your from a ICT perspective, technology.
What are the tools you are using for those business processes?
Yeah, I mean the back end has been programmed in Java and the front end was React from Facebook, I mean from a technology part of view. I mean it's an international business, so you have to also design and the usability plays a vital role, because it has to be very easy.
Yes. And did you develop yourself this platform, or did you ask for a developer to do it?
Yeah, I developed it together with an agency, but since I'm merging my project now, we also get in some developers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is in your page, but just for recording it, could you describe the process step by step in your page?
You register as a ship owner.
Okay.
You register. You set the terms of the auction. If you have taken the decision to scrap your vessel already, I mean, of course, he can ask what the prices are, or I mean, you can ask for decision support. We developed an algorithm to compare the net prices, but in case he has taken the decision to scrap the vessel, then he logs in, creates an auction, uploads some files, because the buyers have to know some information, of course. I mean, it's like an eBay auction.
Okay.
And then he sets the terms, uploads the contract and stuff like this, which can be found on the web page. And then I get notified as platform administrator. I check if the seller is authorized to sell the vessel, and then the buyers will get notified automatically.
Okay.
The seller can choose if he doesn't like one buyer or something like this, or I can recommend him not to use that buyer. Then he can limit the number of buyers to a certain group. And then the auction starts, and the highest bidder gets the price. Quite simple, actually.
How much time does it take? Since I have already made the decision until I get an offer or I sell the ship.
Yeah. I mean, the market functions like a commodity market. You can create an auction, sell it tomorrow. That's very quick.
Okay.
It's really reactive, because shipyards are demanding to have vessels to dismantle.
Exactly. I mean, that's a part of the theory. I will explain. It's a one-sided market. It's a commodity market. Mm-hmm. There's always demand. Of course, the price varies. Mm-hmm. But there's always demand from the buying side, so you only have the sellers. It's a purely sellers market. The sellers creates an auction, and they are always buyers. Always. You don't have the problem of a two-sided market, because if you are a member of Airbnb, for example, if you are the landlord, the platform doesn't make sense if there are no people who use that, and the other way around.
Okay.
If you're a user and then there's no landlord on the other hand side, the platform doesn't make sense. And on this platform, the value is there from the first sell for the seller. I mean, the seller has the full value, and the buyers are always there. It's a one-sided market. Maybe you know what I mean.
Okay.
It's just a
Okay. And how volatile is the price?
Oh, yeah, it's quite volatile if you compare the last 5 to 10% of the price. It's very volatile. And then in general, I mean, it's a commodity. The steel price varies like heavily, yeah, like the oil price.
And currently, how much do they? How much costs the steel right now?
Approximately, it's
approximately,
sky high prices. You get $500 in India for a ton of steel. It's a mixed calculation, but $500 approximately. And average size container ship has a lightweight of like 15,000 lightweight tons, or 20,000 for easier calculation, and that's $10 million then the value. So prices.
So that's quite an amount.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which question do you want to keep for the interactive session?
Well, we can. I mean, as I said, I think we can give the public the option if they want to make many questions. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If they are silent, well, we can just keep making more questions.
I will maintain one question. The one about what is your exactly process on auctions, so that I don't know if you will have much time to explain it during your pitch. So I think it may be good if you explain it in a more detailed way during the interactive session.
If there's demand, I can do it. It's quite simple process. It's an English auction with a fixed end, which is slightly variable. So you set a fixed date like eBay does, but you always have time to react. So I say the auction goes until 1500. Then an offer comes in 1 minute prior 1500, so the other buyers always have time to react. Then the auction goes until 1505 or something like this. So it never ends, but there is a fixed end. In case the price increases, it's variable end. In the beginning, I thought I will set up a Dutch auction where the price comes down, and then you can get the maximum price. But that's something has been done in the 19th century. But I don't want to do it because the buyers also should earn some money with the breaking.
Okay. Well, regarding your background, like in academic, could you tell us?
I studied in Frankfurt and Kiel business administration, just normal. I'm like a master's degree for business administration. Then I worked 8 years as a asset manager and ship broker for the Rigmers Group. And then I did a part-time master here in Hamburg in logistics. Okay. And then I wanted to switch to logistics. To work there because I like the drive and I like the developments. It's also traditional, but it's a bigger market, let's say. I mean, shipping industry is quite like a closed shop, especially on the owning side. I mean, the bigger players like Maersk or Hapag-Lloyd, these are logistic companies, but I have a background from the owning side. So I am a ship owner and I rent it out to Hapag-Lloyd, for example. So it's only the technical management, it's just business, it's not logistic related. But I felt always tempted for logistic because it's, you can do, I think, a lot of interesting stuff there. And it's just,
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Great. And what about the founding team? Were you alone at the beginning? How was that?
Yeah, time being, I was alone with a strategic partner. Then I wanted to have more investors in because to have a bigger market reach. Then we got my ex-employee in there. Okay. They are also investor now. And now I merged the project with some other guys. They have 2 developers and also 1 business guy, and this is the team now, 4 guys.
So at the beginning, you and the strategic partner, was also your first investor.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Strategic partner, and now you are 4.
Yeah.
And you're for a strategic partner, you mean investor, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, investor, but if you're a strategic partner, you come from the industry and you have contacts and you can help out. I mean, that's what I mean. It's not like an investor who is dealing with something else. He's in the same industry.
Okay, I understand.
Say, what are your current assets? Say, you said that you ask an agency to develop your platform. but now you merged. You get developers in your team, so you will be the owners of your proper IT tools, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
When was it launched?
In November I started.
Last November?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just started up, and
Yes,
officially, like from 1st January this year,
Mm-hmm.
and then unfortunately the whole January was this merger discussion. So I'm still not really started. It's just a phase where we haven't really entered the market yet.
Okay, so you have not made any transaction yet?
Yeah, we have done transaction, but from our strategic partners.
Okay, so it is not Demogate like as an entity who has made these transactions. Is that what you meant?
I mean, we have done transactions,
Okay.
but we haven't earned money with it because it was shipped from our strategic partner.
Okay.
And so, how long was the period between the moment you made those sell on your platform and the date of the launch? What I mean is, how long have you been thinking about this company before to launch it?
Well, that was quick. I mean, I had the idea beginning of I started in May last year to collect the money, and then we developed the project. It always takes a bit longer than expected. Then we wanted to launch in November. Then the market was at a stage where not many container vessels were sold for demolition. So I also got in touch with the other platform, and then the merger discussion started. And now it's mid of or end of January already. So I haven't really started to work yet.
Okay. So what about this merger? Why are you merging?
Why? I mean, because the plan was always to
merge?
to get out of the niche. I mean, it's a niche market, as I explained in the beginning, and then the other guys are doing second-hand markets. So I mean, we're just a bigger platform where we can offer a bigger service. We collected additional money, so we have some ideas to develop additional tools. I mean, it's just a complementary outfit.
Okay.
And what is it about exactly, this other company you are merging with?
I mean, second-hand transactions means that they are selling used vessels. I mean, if you want to sell a vessel after 5 years...
second, I understand now.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for demolition, but for
like
reuse.
Used cars, like Immo Scout or something like this.
Okay, perfectly understood.
Okay, and besides traditional brokers, do you have any other competitors? Like any other platform that...
No one really tried it in a way. We try it because no one really believes in it.
Okay.
So there were a couple of tries where a couple of guys were developing something for a couple of $1,000.
E-brokers.
E-brokers, but it's like, I mean, this is just rubbish because it's either you do it right and yet then you spend some money and do it with strategic partners and gain traction, or these approaches are not, I wouldn't sell a vessel. It's a matter of trust in the end,
Okay.
So you have to spend some money to build a good project.
Okay. Understood. I think we are...
Yeah, I think we don't have much time in the session anyhow.
No, it's okay for me. I think we have most of information.
Only just one thing. Do you have any other provisioning options like cloud, on-premise, client service?
Sorry, cloud?
Yeah, like in the cloud, like
Drive. Exactly. Of course, there's an exchange and cloud exchange for sharing documents and chatting. All the information and everything that happens will be stored in a cloud, so to say. everyone has at the same time access to all the information.
Okay, so there's a lot of transparency.
Yeah, exactly. In the
Okay.
process, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Makes
Well,
the process more efficient now.
do you have any other question?
No. Anyway, I will. If I have, I will ask at the beginning during the session.
Okay.
Not really question. I think we deserve maybe to have the lunch.
Yeah.
What time is it?
1:36.
1:36.
And it
we have until
starts.
2.
Yeah, okay,
starts.
okay, yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. And then
Thank you, Martin.
you